Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to a production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. My name is Weaver Forprez. I'm going to be handling play-by-play tonight, and joined, as always, by my color commentator, my partner in crime here, one of the co-commissioners of this league, Dwayne. How you doing tonight, Dwayne?
I'm doing fantastic, Weaver. We got ourselves a bonus match of the week, so honestly, I couldn't be better.
Yeah, like you said, this is a bonus matchup. Typically, we do everything Sunday nights, as we did last night. But these two participants, BK His Dudeness and AlecAD, they're not typically around Sunday nights, so we made a little arrangement here to bring you some bonus action, and it should be good. If you're not quite familiar, if you're new here, you're not sure what this is the Cross-Platform Baseball League, formerly the Xbox Baseball League. This is the premier competition in Super Mega Baseball that you can find. It's all run at 90 Ego across all the different components of the game. We do have an 80 ego tier that you can see. We commentate matches for that as well. But this match tonight will be that 90 ego tier. It's all custom teams, custom rule set. It's a lot of fun. And as I said, we'll get into the matchup here, Dwayne. We'll talk about it a little bit. BK is Dudeness versus AlecAD. Critical battle tonight for playoff spots.
Yeah, 100%. BK sitting in, I believe, 10th position right now, 2 spots above the playoff cutoff line. Alex sitting at 13th. BK at 500, Alec at 10 and 14. So both these teams looking for a potential sweep tonight to really boost their playoff hopes and their seeding hopes. Either team getting 2 wins is going to be really, really big as far as trying to lock in like a very, very safe position. Because if you're teetering on the edge of 12 and 13, depending on what your head, or regardless of your head to head, you might have to play
Right.
a 1 game playoff if your records are even at the end of the season.
That's right. One game playoff looming for that 12 spot. We'll see if it happens in a couple weeks. As far as tonight, we've got a couple teams that are kind of skidding a little bit as far as hitting the ball goes. Uh, he's had that up and down season, as you said. He's 9-9. He is on a 4 game losing skid right now, and in those 4 games, he's only scoring half run per game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very tough when the bats aren't waking up in the XBL. He's managed so far to use a pretty elite level of pitching to keep himself afloat and keep himself at 500 right now. So we're looking at that tonight to really keep him in the ball game if the bats are slow to start going. But also he's really due to start coming up because a player with BK's level of experience in this game and just with the baseball IQ that he has, I believe that he's really poised to start trying to springboard himself up.
Yeah, both these players, as you said, very experienced veterans. They were around plenty in the last game. Alec AD, he's a Hall of Famer in this league. I'm a rookie, so I never was around to see him play, but he's a member of your guys' Hall of Fame. But this season he started 1-9, kind of shocking to a lot of people. Granted, he's been 9-5 since then, getting himself back at the playoff hunt.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the more storybook levels falls from grace I feel like we've seen in this league's 2 year tenure. But Alec, as you said, a Hall of Famer, season 4 champion in Super Mega Baseball 2. He was an absolute force to be reckoned with. And starting off slow in this game, with the beginning of the season, he didn't do a lot of off-season work, but his bats are, as you can see, are starting to heat up. He's starting to gain some traction, moving into this playoff hunt after a really, really dismal start to the season. He's starting to look like a possible near favorite to get himself into the tournament. So tonight, look for his clutch factor. He's definitely sort of changed his approach. The more high-powered Alec you used to see may or may not come out tonight. His timing on his fastballs is really starting to improve, but he's using the running game. He's using small ball. He's using everything in the baseball locker to try and scratch out runs, and it's starting to really show through in his game. So look for that tonight, and this should be a really good matchup if you ask me.
Yeah, should be excellent, should be close. Both of these players are Apple Field players, so it's all New York
Ooh,
tonight.
okay.
Uh, yeah, we're gonna get into it here. We're gonna signal to them that they may get ready. It's BK and his Base Invaders versus Alec AD and the New York Greats. We'll see you in a sec.
Get stream.
All right, loading into Apple Field. Like I said, it's going to be the home stadium for both games. This one is going to be a night game. We'll see if that changes up for game two. As you can see, just looking at the bars here, balanced approach here from BK. That there's no surprise there, and then a rotation aces set up for the greats.
Yeah, that should play pretty interestingly in this set so far. BK favoring also 4 bars in his rotation. Both these guys pretty strong on the mound. They've shown this season they've been able to mitigate runs. So I think early scoring is going to be a factor here. If either team is able to put runs on the board and put some pressure on the other guy, they should be able to try and nail things down.
It's going to be George Washington, Hugh Hefner, and Neil Armstrong leading off for the New York Greats and AlecAD. America's first president steps in against Jeffrey Sportsman, sporting a 6.66 ERA. Uh-oh.
That's pretty metal.
Sees a fastball there. Third pitch is a two-seamer. George Washington doesn't like it. We see a power swinging approach early here. Lots of speed at the plate. Whiff on that 101. Great pitch down by the knees from Sportsman. That's the first out.
Yeah, BK establishing the fastball early. Let's see if Alec's able to start catching up to that giddy up.
Tries to get a first pitch swing on that slider. Alec wasn't even looking for it. Loads up for some power there. More up and in here as it's out to Ackerman. Makes a nice play for the second out. And that'll bring up Armstrong. First pitch change up here. Armstrong doesn't like it as it's low and away. Going back to the trusty fastball, however, is Sportsman. A 1-2 count now. Looking for a good start for BK. This one's grounded towards the middle. Ackerman has it. Firm throw to first for the third out. A 1-2-3 start for Jeffrey Sportsman.
Yeah, that high-powered greats lineup goes down 1-2-3 in the first. Alec looking pretty patient so far. Let's see if he's able to find some strikes to hit. Now BK's turn.
Huge stats here for this pitcher, Albert Einstein. Big velocity, pretty good junk. The archetype for many aces in this league. 3 fastballs, a changeup, and a slider. This one's hit pretty firmly to the left side. Shortstop dives, but it's out to George Washington who gets it back in. Theodore Swipes leading off with a single here for BK.
Yeah, early hit. Let's see if he's able to start manufacturing.
Milo Ackerman, the switch hitting shortstop. The captain of this team, I believe. Batting with lots of speed on first. Whiffs on that changeup. Good pitch low and away there from Einstein. That's the first out. Now Giles Despo batting. Low pitch. Trait activated. We'll see if Einstein dangles down there. He does not. It's a second high fastball. Swipes was on the run, and he is gunned at second base.
Yeah, you'd love to see that again. Wow, bang, bang.
And then he looks at a two-seamer just like that, Dwayne. The leadoff runner reached, and it's over.
Yeah, it's a tough break for the base invaders. Like I said, bang, bang play at second base. Not a bad decision to steal there. I just feel like he didn't get quite the jump he needed. And yeah, just frozen on that strikeout as we go to the top of the second here.
Looked like probably a hit and run that he just couldn't catch up to the fastball on. As this one's over to nothing, who flips easily to first for the first out. First curveball of the game. Gonna come in here to Billy Joel, the DH. Two-seamer, a little wild, but it catches the inside corner. He's got him in the hole, 0-2. But Alec fights it off, gets it up the middle for his first hit of the game.
Yeah, good piece of hitting on that inside two-seam. BK just leaving it a little bit over the plate. And like I was saying, Alec's starting to find that fastball timing. Once again, I played a few scrimmages with him myself just today. So look out for any of those pitches on the outside or inside portion of the zone that catch a little bit too much because he's been driving them.
Ahead in this count, 2-0, as Sportsman tries to get Blowing in, but can't. But this one's grounded to nothing. Should be two. Over to Ackerman. Plenty of time to first. An inning, ending double play. Great play there from the base invaders.
Yeah, just efficient fielding, all or nothing, able to get on that soft grounder and do what he had to do for the 3-6-3 double play.
Cut fastball there. BK fights this one off, but it's back to Einstein, who makes a nice stab at it and secures the first out, bringing up the dude.
This might be the dude you want at the plate in a crucial situation, too, in this Space Invaders lineup. Look at that stat line.
Stat line plus the trait power versus righties activated versus Einstein, but BK can't get much on that one. It's out to Jimi Hendrix, the lefty second baseman, who makes the play. Now it's up to all or nothing with 2 outs here. Takes 2 pitches from Einstein. Neither find the zone. Very patient on that changeup. We'll see what Einstein gives on 3-0. It's a good fastball, up and in. 3-1. Ooh, perfect backdoor cutter. Big pitch here. BK swings. It's deflected by Einstein, but with the speed of all or nothing being what it is the third out.
Yeah, good recovery there, and we're moving along here to the third. Neither team able to break through this far. And here's a piece of color commentary for you, Weaver. I like the teal that we have going around the fans in the stadium. It's got a nice touch to it.
Yeah, looks like Marlins Stadium circa 1997.
Oh, I wish they'd bring that fish back.
Batting now and striking out on 3 pitches is Leonardo da Vinci, looking ripped. But that's going to bring up Jimi Hendrix.
The left-handed throwing second baseman for the Greats.
This one's going to be blooped up the middle for a 1-out knock in favor of the Greats. Good piece of hitting there early in the count from Alec.
Yeah, way to jump on it, like you said, first pitch. Jimi Hendrix now on base with 1 out. A little bit of a possible steal pressure here from Alec. Let's see what he does with the count and the runner he's got.
Cannon behind the plate in the form of Fat Mike for the base invaders. It would take a good jump. No jump needed here, as this one is over the head of Mickey Crumbles. Alec did not get a good read on it. It turns into a force at second.
Yeah, it's tough to see. He just gets a little bit confused by that floater. Looked like it was going to drop all the way, in my opinion, but when you're playing and you're on the batter's angle, actually, I believe the camera's a little different. It's tough to see sometimes.
In any case, it's a fielder's choice. And now with 2 outs, we're back to the top of the order with George Washington. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Likes that fastball. The dude dives, but it's off his glove and deflects over to Ackerman. Everybody's going to be safe. A hard hit infield single there from George Washington.
Yep, fastball over the outside portion of the plate like I was bringing up in the last inning. Alec is starting to get that timing back. The home runs are not quite there as he makes soft contact to shortstop. Looks like it's going to end the inning. But on that base hit, he did a great job getting around on it.
Yeah, tantalizing curveball there, getting Alec to swing early. Probably one he should have held up on. But in any case, BK has his turn to bat now. The home half of the third. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Swinging on that one, it's into no man's land. Can Crumbles beat everyone? He will. It's an infield single.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there from the fielders. Three players running towards the ball and then nobody covering first base. Either way, just enough speed, and looks like it's going to be a little bit of a rally starter.
Oh, botched by Washington in left. No extra advancement, rather, for Crumbles. It's a single for Fat Mike, and now a Newell Probes will bat, sporting a 429 average. The DH for the base invaders looking to cash in here in the third. Finds himself behind, 0-2. Einstein's delivery is a perfect cutter, backdoor. We've said that a couple times already for the first out.
Yeah, good piece of pitching. 1 out still, though, for the base invaders as BK swings at that first pitch. Oof. Tough break.
First 2 batters reach, but all of a sudden, Milo Ackerman, the last hope in the third. Looking for 2-out magic.
This is one of the guys you want at the plate if you're BK right now.
Swinging on that one, it's blooped. Down the left field line. This one is going to drop in front of Washington. Runners hung up between second and third. Tries to get back. He's out at second, tagged by Hendricks. But the runner, Crumbles, does score. And the base invaders cash in. they end up cashing in after all.
Yeah, and a run in the bottom of the third inning, as I stated before the game, or as the intros ran through. Early runs are going to be really, really important here. Let's see if Alec feels any of that pressure or if he's able to continue to try and manufacture.
Looking to respond at some point in this fourth inning, leading off with Neil Armstrong. Takes that changeup. It was a wild pitch, but a favorable spot there. Gets him looking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he meant to check on that or not, but either way, it looked like it froze him.
Good slider low and in there from Sportsman. Looking to lower that ERA. Muhammad Ali will send this one up the middle and a diving stop by Milo Ackerman. What a play.
Yeah, getting right down to the ground to his left. Didn't have to dive far, but he had to dive fast. Great play.
First pitch swinging on the low and away curve is Alec. It's going to be a foul ball. Going to try and jam him, but Alec doesn't like it. The 1-1 pitch. Alec swings. Now Sportsman ahead of the count, 1-2. This one is hit pretty darn hard. Despo back to the track. He leaps, it's gone into the first row. Home run for the New York Greats. And like you said, Dwayne, this game is tied.
Yep, I wasn't going to say it a third time, but here it is. Throw him a fastball again on the outside part of the plate and see what he does with it. He's been doing it literally all day today, and he continues the trend here on Match of the Week.
The 5-hole hitter tying the game here in the top of the fourth, bringing up Abe Lincoln. The 1-1 pitch, Alex swings through it. We'll see how BK adjusts on 2 strikes this time. It's going to go up and in, and he got him. 100 miles an hour, ties him up for the third out.
Yeah, my man BK there reaching back for a little bit extra gas. Blows it right by Alec, but a bit of a dagger to tie the game from the guy going Oppo Taco. Let's see if BK can respond now here. We're moving towards the middle of the ball game.
BK looking at that cutter. Middle there. Swinging at that one. Actually, that was a 4-seamer at 101. Quick pitch here. It is back up the middle. Einstein deflects it. Good speed running down the line. It's going to be another leadoff single here for the base invaders looking to get back ahead.
Yeah, and another ball that bounces off the glove of Albert Einstein. You wonder when he's going to be able to secure one of those. It's been favorable so far for the base invaders.
BK not quite getting the contact he wanted on that one. It's out to Armstrong and makes the catch. 1 down.
Here comes the dude again.
The dangerous right-handed bat in this order. Good speed on first. BK unable to hold up there. Squibs this one over to Hendricks, who has no problem throwing it to second as he is a lefty. Turns it into an easy double play to get the Greats out of the inning.
Yeah, nice piece of fielding, good piece of pitching to try and force that ground ball. Like I said, both of these players are pretty astute on the mound. They're both going to be able to try and force the situation in their favor and lock things down. So the fact that it's 1 run right now means it can teeter in absolutely either direction.
Now Leonardo da Vinci, great speed here in the 7-hole. Ahead in the count. If he takes this one, it'll be way ahead in the count, and he does. 3-0 fastball here. Taking all the way. The 3-1. It's a walk on 5 pitches. Great start for the Greats.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 63.
Now Jimi Hendricks looking to crawl his way back up towards that Mendoza line. Has not been a good season thus far for him.
Oh,
running on the pitch, and then the pickoff goes to nothing. Instead of going for the rundown, it's a stolen base.
Yeah, Alec couldn't have timed that jump any more perfectly than he did, as that one looks like it possibly is going to give him the lead.
Yes, just over the head of nothing, and then misplayed by Despot. That will turn into a double at least. Yep, he thought about going for 3, but he takes the double. New York Greats lead 2-1.
Don't be surprised if you see Alec try and take that extra base in situations like that later in this game or later in this series. But yeah, great piece to just get one on the ball, get it over the first baseman's head. He froze a little bit at second base, sent the runner, it looked like, or third base. He sent the runner, it looked like, back to second, but then BK misplays the ball, gives him plenty of time to get home.
Now Christopher Columbus hits this one. Nothing. Has to dive. Great catch there. Gets it onto Sportsman for the out. Crucial first out here as the runner moves over to third.
Number 1.
The Greats' potential third run, 90 feet away. George Washington not swinging on the first pitch. Gonna see a two-seamer here. He likes it, but he fouls it off. Behind in the count is Washington. The slider hit hard. Nothing. Dives. It's off his glove. The speed of Washington. Everybody's gonna be safe. It's 3-1 AlecAD.
Yeah, all or nothing, not able to make that play back-to-back times. George Washington just gets right around on that inside fastball, getting great contact on it, and it's a little too, like I said, a little too much for him to make that play. Gets right through his glove.
Another 0-2 count here. We'll see if he can put him away. It's going to go low and away with the slider. And he biting on it is Alec. Could be two. Ackerman has to get it to nothing fast, and he does. Limiting the damage there is BK, but the Greats lead by 2.
Yeah, you got to be quick thinking to pull a double play like that. That's big to get out of this inning. And now BK's got it on his platter here to try and overcome this 2-run deficit against Albert Einstein, who's sporting a 1.27 ERA with a whip literally a hair above 1.
Velocity just starting to diminish now as he is at 42 pitches, but still plenty effective. He has himself an even count on nothing. Who hits that one the other way? Good piece of hitting there, but unfortunately for BK, it's foul. We'll do the 2-2 again. This time it gasses nothing at 101, strike 3.
And here comes Mickey Crumbles, a pretty balanced looking hitter with a 215 average. Let's see if he's able to climb that as he swings at the first pitch.
Swinging first pitch, gloved by Hefner on to first, gets him by a step and a half maybe for the second out of the inning, bringing up Fat Mike.
Yeah, I didn't realize Fat Mike was the catcher on this team, and I love that he's got a juiced arm and a big bat, man.
Not a lot of speed, however. It's probably one of the hallmarks of XBL catchers. Takes the pitch from Einstein, and he finds himself ahead in the count. Swinging at that one, deflected once again by Einstein. Like I said, not a lot of speed on Fat Mike, and he's out.
Yeah, it's a tough break. I think that's the second time a play like that's happened with Mike or a similar speed runner on the base pass for the base invaders. So good break for Alec, even though that gets through his pitcher.
Neil Armstrong, the 3-hole hitter, big threat in this lineup. Looking to get another rally started. That's the first strike of the at-bat there, up and in. Another fastball coming. Alec swings at it, but he's jammed, and it's out to Crumbles for the first out.
Yeah, hovering over that inside portion of the plate. Like I said, Alec's been doing well on the outside portion. Either way, though, he's timing up the fastballs. Look what he does with this. Swinging and missing with Muhammad Ali, but that's not where you want to put it, honestly, if you're up against this guy right now and in a playoff hunt.
Yeah, just a bit late there on that fastball, as you were saying that. Muhammad Ali finds himself behind 1-2. Another fastball here. Hits that one up the middle past the dive of Crumbles. Ali has himself a 1-out knock.
Honestly, you love to see the evolution of what Alec has been able to do this season. From going 1-11 to now 10-14. The run he's been on has been pretty solid, even though he's probably attacked the bottom portion of the table. So going forward, it's pretty big for him to try and snipe wins off of players like BK, players moving a little bit higher in the table. I'm kind of rambling here, but it's just impressive to see him be able to recover his game like this.
Yeah, no doubt. Impressive story thus far. An unimpressive swing there on that curveball is going to be the second out. And that's going to bring up the tense Abraham Lincoln, first baseman.
Yeah, look for BK to try and find those pitches that get Alec fishing too, because BK's got the pitching IQ to really try and nail that down. And if he does that in Game 1, it might be more favorable for him in Game 2. But here we are in the top of the 6th. There's still been plenty of baseball to play, only a 2-run deficit.
That fastball missing location, but it's right at Crumbles, who collects himself for the third out, and that's going to bring the base invaders back up to bat with Probes, the designated hitter. Einstein still in there dealing here in the bottom of the 6th. Hit hard, but right at Christopher Columbus, one of BK's harder hits of the day.
Yeah, some solid contact there. Just unfortunate he nailed it right at the guy hanging out at third in the hot corner.
Taking strike one there was Swipes, who had a leadoff knock in this ball game. Swinging 0-2, good job spoiling that good slider. And then swinging at that one, sending it. It's past. It's over to Columbus. Does not get it on in time. Swipes with an infield single. Lots of speed there.
Yeah, a lot of that happening for the base invaders. Some good infield singles, some decent running going on. Let's see if BK is able to manufacture as that might find the gap. Should get at least first and third here.
Yeah, the bloop nature of that hit is going to allow Swipes to go first to third. And the base invaders at a critical juncture in this game, threatening now.
Yeah, and a good part of the lineup to have up.
Low pitch trait. Einstein going high on the first pitch. BK takes outside. Swinging on that slider, it's popped up. It's going to be caught by Lincoln. Brutal second out here for BK.
Yeah, a hit like that can be a little bit scary too if you're fielding. It's got a little bit of potential to cause some shenanigans, but Alec does a great job getting under it, and that's unfortunate for BK swinging early in the count, not getting the contact he really quite wanted there.
BK counting on Alex Eccles now. Oh, got a meatball there. Hit it to left center. It's popped up. Play is going to be made by Neil Armstrong, and the greats survive that jam. Leonardo da Vinci leading off another inning. Jeffrey Sportsman back out to try and get his 7th inning of work completed. He's going to get the first out here from Mickey Crumbles. Throws to first. That will retire Da Vinci and bring up Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix sporting a 2 for 2 on the day. Sportsman doing fine. It looks like he's going to contemplate going to the bullpen here. I was going to say 7 innings or 6+ of work out of Sportsman has been efficient for giving up the 3 runs that he's given up. He's done a good job of getting out of a couple jams. So let's see what he elects to do here. Yeah, he's going to go to the bullpen.
Yeah, that will be the day for Jeffrey Sportsman. 6 1/3, 3 runs surrendered. Not a bad day, just needs the offense to pick him up. It's going to be up to Billy Knife now to keep this game where it is. Good cutter there, evens the count. Now way ahead in the count is Knife, the 1-2 pitch. Alec jammed over to nothing. Flips to Knife for the second out.
Yeah, good sequence there by BK. He's got the all fastball and changeup set up here on Billy Knife, so really trying to cut through the zone, as they might say.
Christopher Columbus looking at that pitch. Swinging at that one, it's out to Despo. Waves everybody off, but there's no one near him. He makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 7th here at Apple Field. Home team invaders looking for 2.
Yeah, even on hits thus far as well for both teams. Alec just a little bit more productive. We've got a bit of a meteor part of BK's order up. He's had a few opportunities to start rallies early in innings. Let's see what he's able to do here.
Swinging on that 2-seamer was the Dude. Gets a charge on that one. It's back up the middle. Going to be a lead-off knock for the Dude. Good start here for the base invaders. We'll see if they can stay patient, though.
Yeah, this could be big here in the later innings. Alex trying to stretch Albert Einstein here, starting to tire out a little bit. That velocity is starting to go down.
The tying run at the plate in the form of All or Nothing. Has yet to hit a home run on the season, however. Swings on that one. Could be a tailor-made double play. Hendricks to Hefner, on to first. Just what the doctor ordered for AlecAD.
Yeah, tough break. BK just not getting the contact he needed. It was a decent pitch to swing out there. This one might find some grass.
Swinging on that one is going to earn him a bloop single. Potential 2-out noise being made here from the base invaders. Once again, the tying run bats with some power. Quite a bit of power, actually.
Yeah, let's see what Fat Mike can do here. He's got 3 homers already on the season. That's going to find a hole, it looks like.
Pokes that one past the diving Lincoln, moving the runner into scoring position. Tying run on first. Alec electing to stick with Einstein. Probes looking for a 2-out knock. Decent speed at second. Whiffs through that changeup. Count is even at 1-1. Foul ball here, and it's 1-2 on Probes. Whiffing on that slider up above the zone is BK. That's the 3rd out. And Alec just keeps getting out of these jams.
Yeah, that is a bad breaker for sure. I'm not sure if BK really meant to pull the trigger on that. As a fellow stick swinger, I know the struggle of kind of pulling the trigger late when you really don't mean to. But that gets Alec out of the jam, like you said, and we're moving into the 8th inning here. 2-run leads still for the Greats, and the top of the order.
Yep, Billy Knife back out there for BK. Lots of velo. He's going to throw a changeup here, and sure enough, it catches George Washington way in front. The 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. Swipes going to have to dive, but it's past him. And all the way to the center field wall. Runner is going to round second. Should have 3 easily. Eccles gets it back in.
Yeah, that'll
That's
cause
a
you
leadoff
trouble.
triple.
Absolutely
Yeah,
huge there.
Just mistimed on that dive by Swipes, turning it into a disaster.
Yeah, it could have been, likely double, possible single had he held it up. Swinging on the first pitch. Let's see what Alec elects to do here. Uh-oh, he tries the diddle.
Oh, Alec, yeah, he's caught in a rundown. We'll see if BK can keep his cool. We'll also see how far Alec tries to push the other runner. It's going to be second. They get the out at third. Huge play there. Huge patient play there from the base invaders.
Yeah, that's part of the revamped Alex game. He's definitely going to try and pull a few diddles on you if he can manage to do it, because he's scratching out runs any way he can. His pitching has been well enough to keep a lot of people out of ball games, so if he's able to scratch across that extra run, it's usually big. Trying to find the insurance run there, he's able to get the guy to second base. Good job by BK to execute the rundown, though.
This one jams him, and it's over to Crumbles. Runner will threaten to turn home, but no chance there as BK gets it back into Fat Mike. And it'll be up to Muhammad Ali to cash in an inning that led off with a triple.
Oh.
Swinging first pitch, it's over to Crumbles. That could be a momentum shift in the favor of the base invaders.
Yeah, tough break for Alec there. Like I said multiple times in this game, he smashes a pitch over the outside part of the plate, especially a two-seam. That's usually one that gets hit pretty hard, but not able to execute. And that's what the name of the game is going to be here in this series, is execution. Let's see if BK can start something.
Unable to execute on that one as it's out to Hefner, who makes a strong throw for the first out. Speedy Swipes is retired. BK out hitting Alec in this game by 1, I believe, but just unable to string them together at the crucial times. But this one's hit pretty hard. Out to left field. Washington looks, he leaps, but it's into the first row. Base invaders only down by 1 now.
Wow, I'm absolutely blown away. That had some carry on it, baby. Milo Ackerman with his 2nd home run of the year. Oppo Taco, you love to see it. That ball looked like an easy flyout in my opinion, but it just carried, and ends up in the first round. Now we got a 1-run ball game, and Caesar's coming in.
Julius Caesar, the right-handed specialist screwball pitcher for the Greats. Gonna face Giles Despo now. Every batter here will be the tying run. Big velo blows BK away twice now. Now a 1-2 count coming. Oh, got him. Even with the contact swing, BK could not catch up on that fastball. 102 miles an hour, punches him out. They're 2 down. First pitch swinging here, uncharacteristic of BK. It's going to be deflected by Caesar. He throws it to first for that 3rd out. Just like that, the Greats are back to bat, now only leading by 1, though.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure to try and find an insurance run here in the final inning, because he's really not going to want to give up any tying runs, put himself under any stress going forward. Has Alec reached his bullpen yet? I don't believe he has.
Which bullpen?
Has he gone elected? Oh, he went to Caesar, yeah. Sorry,
Caesar,
excuse me.
yeah. All right, so Abraham Lincoln now still tense. We'll see if that plays into the bottom of the 9th with the tense defense over there. But the task at hand here for BK, getting these next 2 outs. Finds himself ahead here on Lincoln. Fastball here. Alec doesn't bite. Good eye there. A 2-2 change up. Alec way ahead. He was looking gas all the way. Good pitch there from BK.
Yeah, absolutely timed up for the fastball. The changeup just has him miles ahead. Let's see what Da Vinci can do here. He's a well-balanced hitter with not an exciting average so far this season.
Yeah, a little bit surprising with all that speed that he can't hit for a higher average, but as we said, he did get off to a start uncharacteristic of himself. Da Vinci's going to pop this one up. Should be the third out, and it is. We go to the bottom of the ninth, ladies and gentlemen. Base invaders looking for one. Greats looking to close out a huge game here.
Yeah, big 3 outs for not just these two players' seasons, but for a lot of other players' seasons. A split or a sweep for either player in this game has great playoff implications for the XBL.
The dude diminished stats now due to the specialist trait of Julius Caesar. Behind 0-2, BK looks at, I believe, a screwball right down the middle. That's the first out.
Yeah, just the arm angle and the speed on that pitch, it looks like a weird sort of fastball coming at you, and then it just breaks. Not a lot you can do.
Another one there, swinging first pitch. All of a sudden, this game is down to its last breath in the form of Mickey Crumbles. Slider there to start. Another screwball. One pitch away are the greats. Good take there from BK. The pitch. 2-2. BK hammers that one deep to right field, but it's gonna die at the warning track. Da Vinci stabs it. The greats get a big win here in game one.
Wow, huge as Alec now moves to 11 and 14, putting some pressure on the players in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th seeding. Still at 13th place, BK dropping to 11th right now. Wow, at the end there too, BK really got around on that. You thought it might have the potential to get out and tie the game, but just manages to stay in the park. Great game from both players to really make it competitive. BK just not able to do enough.
Yeah, BK switching to that contact swing on the final pitch with 2 strikes, perhaps making the difference as the ball was hit pretty well, just dying there at the end. But the story of this game got to be the pitching from AlecAD, the combined effort from Albert Einstein to start and Julius Caesar coming out of the pen.
Yeah, 11 hits from Einstein, still able to get out of a lot of jams, just keep himself moving through a lot of innings, getting deep into the ball game. Caesar coming in, shutting the door. There's not much more you can ask for if you're a fan of Alec and the greats. Great job there of keeping BK off the board after managing to get 3 runs. Like I said, the teams that scored early and first were going to get ahead in this series, and in game 1 that seemed to show through. And let's see what game 2 has on our plate, because BK is looking for a much needed win to stay afloat at 500, and Alec's looking to get himself essentially back into this playoff race. I believe it would push him into the 12th position.
Yes, a game 2 win, if we see it here from Alec, would push him into a direct tie with Ted Danson. Alec would be 12 and 14, Ted would be 11 and 13, so the games played wouldn't match up. But
Alec, I believe, also has head-to-head on Ted.
I believe you're correct.
Forward.
Yes. So that would play in huge. Granted, I believe if they're tied for 12th at the very end, they play a play-in no matter what. Correct.
Correct. If they're tied on record, yes.
Right. Okay. We'll keep an eye out for that. We're going to take a quick break here as we get ready for game 2 between AlecAD and BK His Dudeness. Alec taking game 1 by the score of 3-2. We'll see you in just a couple minutes. All right. And Apple Field again, as I said, but this time it's going to be that early evening sky in the Big Apple. Critical game 2.
Yeah,
BK looking to salvage a split. Alec looking for the sweep.
yeah. Let's see what's able to show through in this ball game. Like you said, a little bit of evening action we got going on at Apple Field. Nice background for a dramatic game that leads us into the playoff race. This is really the kickoff of the Week 5 playoff race. So everybody, keep your eyes on this game because playoff seeds are going to start getting really tight and starting to lock in.
Base Invaders fans have swapped out with the Greats fans who take over the majority here. Lots of gray in the stands, and now Theodore Swipes will bat, the leadoff batter. Isaac Newton, the pitcher, on the mound for the Greats. Four-seam, screwball, changeup, curveball, slider. Even count. BK with a great piece of hitting to start us off here. I believe he had the leadoff batter Swipes reach in the last game.
Yeah, let's see what he's able to do here now. Ackerman with that clutch home run in the first game as well. So BK was starting to find his way, starting to heat up a little bit towards the end of that game. First pitch swing, it's going to be another hit like we're saying.
Wow, looking like a new BK already. Both of those contact swings earns him the chance to score here early with runners on first and second for Despo. Taking that first pitch. And again, not loading up the power swing as he did in game 1. Seems to be more patient now. The 2-1 pitch here from Newton. Swinging at 99, up and in was BK. Now a 2-2 pitch. Ooh, nasty screwball up and in, freezes him for the first out.
Yeah, BK trying to work that pitch count, get some patience going here, and shorten up that swing. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're trying to find runners, trying to find runs in this ball game, if you're experienced like BK, you're confident enough that you can get the placement on the ball. Maybe you run into a home run, maybe you don't. But what you need is runners on base. That's the name of the game.
Good speed on those base runners. It's going to be a hit and run attempt as we saw in the last game. And again, Swipes is thrown out trying to steal.
That's a tough break, making that out at third. Looks like we're going to make it close at first base. Ooh.
He is out. Wow, close play there. Lincoln making the grab at first. First 2 reach for BK. Alec, again, gets himself out of a jam.
Yeah, tough break there for BK. He sent the runners, like you said, made a tough out, and bang bang at first. He was sending the runner around third base. Possibly could have got him if the play goes a different way, but here we are. Now Alec's batting.
The number 4 starter for the Base Invaders, Roswell. Surrenders some hard contact there, but it's right at Crumbles, who gloves it and gets it to first for the first out, which is going to bring up Hugh Hefner. Not pretty numbers on the season for this number 4 starter. Finds himself in an even count. 1-1 is a good fastball, but Alec does an even better job of hitting it. And then BK with a nice leaping grab from Ackerman.
Yes, stinging contact on that. He had to make that play. He had to time it right, and he does a great job just getting where he needs to be for that one. But Alec, he's really starting to square some balls up.
One of those in-between balls where you're not quite sure if you got a jump or not. BK ends up making the right call there. And then Alec puts a charge in this one. Despo back to the track. He's not going to have a play on it. It's off the wall. Going to be a 2-out double here for the Greats. No, he's trying to stretch it for 3. Ackerman late to get it to the dude. It's a gutsy triple for the Greats.
If you've been watching any Greats baseball lately, and he doesn't stream a lot of games, or if any, either way, he has been taking that extra base every opportunity he gets. He does a great job there. He knows he's got speed on the base paths. He's reading the throw, and he knew he would turn back if he had to, but he did not have to.
Completely catching BK off guard there to steal that extra base. Gutsy play. Now it's up to Muhammad Ali. Fights this one off. Now a crucial 2-2 pitch for both teams. Here we go. Swinging, whiffing on the changeup way early. He was looking for the heat. Great pitch there from BK to get out of a jam.
Yeah, that was a great job. He knows he's on that fastball timing. He's starting to read it off him after that first game, but he left one there for him to get a good hit on, but he shut the door with that changeup knowing his timing would be off.
Now the dude will step in. Power swinging. Finds himself quickly behind 0-2 to Newton. Spoils a good pitch there. Newton hanging that slider. The dude does not miss it. It's back up the middle for another leadoff hit.
Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting. Nice for BK to get around early on one. Put a good swing on it. We're in the top of the second inning. Some base runners all ready for the base invaders. It's looking promising. Let's see if he can start to manufacture those runs I keep talking about.
Oh, may not happen here as Hendricks goes to Hefner on to first. Another double play at the hands of the base invaders. This time all or nothing, committing the sin there with the grounder.
Ooh, tough play.
Now, Mickey Crumbles looking to salvage the inning in any way, shape, or form. He hits that one hard, but it will be caught by Armstrong. Just couldn't find the gap with that one, and we are done with the top of the second.
Yeah, BK's, like we said in the first, shortening up that swing with the contact. He's starting to get some really, really, really solid swings on the ball. It's unfortunate that they're not breaking through for him early in this game, but going forward into the meatier part of this ball game, let's see if that's in his favor.
Roswell back out there, just looking to keep his team in this scoreless tie. The forkball pitcher on the rotation for the base invaders. This one's hit pretty hard by Alec. Back up the middle to Swipes. Leadoff runner is aboard. Ackerman trying to get a word in with the second base umpire. Abraham Lincoln now ahead in the count, 0-1. Slider coming in. It nicks that low and away corner. Good pitch there. Swings on that one. It's hit a little too slow to be two. Crumbles will take the sure out at first. Effectively a bunt there from the greats.
A lot of speed at the plate in the form of Da Vinci. Let's see what he's able to do here with a runner on second base. Don't be surprised if he gets aggressive and tries to go for a third with less than 2 outs.
BK not happy with that changeup, but he got away with it. Alec wasn't swinging. A check swing there. Now a 1-1 count. Pitch from Roswell. Alec takes it. 2-1 fastball. Hit hard, but Crumbles was playing up the middle. He deflects it. Ackerman picks up the loose change and converts the out to first. Good play there from the middle infielders.
Yeah, great way to combine and make the out there. You wondered if Alec possibly had the juice to go for home if that went a different way. As he swings at the first pitch, it looks like BK is going to get out of this inning.
Both teams, seemingly nearly every inning here, getting out of jams with runners in scoring position. And that's going to send us to the top of the third. We'll see if the theme continues here with Fat Mike batting.
Yeah, you got to wonder the runners that keep getting on base for this team. Someone's about to break through.
It will not be Fat Mike in this instance as he pops it up to Hendricks. He has it. That's the first out. Bringing up Probes. Back-to-back right-handed starters for the greats, giving Probes back-to-back starts at the DH spot. This one's hammered up the middle, but Hendricks on his glove side. You don't say that often with a second baseman in that hole. Makes the catch.
Yeah, like you said, he's making it look easy, but it's fortunate that he's got his glove on that side of his body.
Isaac Newton with a good pitch there. And a good one there as well. Finds himself ahead, 0-2. Got him way out in front of that screwball. Made him look ugly there for the third out.
Yeah, BK looks like he committed to the swing there. Unfortunate way to end that inning. Moving quickly now, we're into the bottom of the third.
Christopher Columbus, the 9-hole hitter, looking to turn it over to the top. Finds himself ahead, 2-0. Not a batter you would want to walk. Two one is hit over to Crumbles. Should be an easy play, and it is. That's the first out. bringing up Washington.
The left fielder,
Yep, lineup turnover for the greats. That's pretty favorable and showed in the last ball game. Let's see if he's able to do something here second time through the order.
Check swinging there, but it's a good fastball on the inside part of the plate. And then not getting control on that changeup was BK, but it ends up getting a whiff out of Alec. He's going to go back to that 2-strike fastball, and Alec puts a charge into it, swipes, heading back dead center. It's gone. The greats lead it here in the bottom of the third, thanks to George Washington.
Man, that's number one for you, George Washington. As he crosses the plate with his second home run of the season, he absolutely drills that ball over the inside portion of the plate. And that's a familiar feeling if you've been in the XBL. George Washington touching 4 on you.
It's seemingly a theme here against Alec in both these games. BK gets 2 strikes and then tries to sneak a fastball, whether it's low and away or up and in, but not getting it out of the zone as he does right here for the second out. But yeah, Alec really crushing those 2-strike fastballs.
What it is he's doing his homework, and he's been really trying to scrimmage a lot and time up those balls, and it's starting to show through in the games that matter. His wins are starting to pile up in a really impressive rate, and BK now, with his back against the wall a little bit early, like I said, early scoring is the most important thing in this series because pressure is going to be sitting on the other guy.
Yep, pressure definitely a theme here, especially considering both these teams are in the standings. Going to be a 2-2 count. He's going to try and sneak that same exact fastball to Armstrong, who hits it hard up the middle. Another hit.
Yep, Alec able to get around on it even though it's over the inside portion of the plate. Quick swing, quick placement. You admire the ability to do that because that's not an easy pitch to get to, and that's why BK is throwing it. That's why he's committed to throwing it.
Smart pickoff attempt there, but Alec wasn't going. Lots of speed on. Muhammad Ali looking for a 2-out hit. He's brushed off the plate by that changeup. Hit and run. Oh no, sorry, just a run. He's going to be tagged out at second though as Ackerman applies it. A strike thrown down from Fat Mike.
Yeah, we stated in the first game, Fat Mike's got a juicy arm on him behind the plate. Does a great job of throwing out Alec there. He's been willing to take a lot of those risks on the base paths. I'm not surprised even with 2 outs that he decided to do it there.
Decided to do it, but it unfortunately for him did not pay off. That'll bring up Milo Ackerman, batting a respectable .295 on the season. It's going to drop a little bit here, however, as it's skied out to Washington, who makes the catch for the first out.
now batting, the right fielder, number 24.
From 295 to 194 in the form of Giles Despo. Gets a run on that one, but sends it foul. He's behind 0-2. Way late on that screwball. Good pitch there from Alec. It's been money for him in this game.
Yeah, BK just really unable to get around on that. It's unfortunate to see because on the first pitch, oh, that's one up the middle.
Slugging that curveball. BK not often swinging on the first pitch tonight. Elects to do it there, and it pays off in the form of a 2-out knock. That's going to bring the ever-dangerous The Dude to the plate.
Yeah, let's see if BK can be selective here. He's really got to hunt a strike and try and get something he can get a hold of. The dude has more than enough power, more than enough contact to do something here.
Hits it super hard, but it's off the glove of the jumping Columbus. Still has plenty of time based on the slow speed of the dude. That's like the 3rd time in this series that BK hasn't had the infield hit because of the lack of speed.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that it happens when it happens for BK. He just can't seem to catch a break in this series. And we're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Alex got the bat in his hands once again. That was not where he meant to put that.
Yeah. That changeup not going where he wanted it. BK acknowledging that with his chat wheel. Finds himself in a 1-1 count. That one's hit pretty hard into the left center field gap. Swipes will not catch this one. It is gone into the bullpen of the greats. Muhammad Ali puts his team up by 2.
Absolutely drilled Muhammad Ali's first home run of this season 8 in the XBL. Goes over the left center field wall. He couldn't have hit it any harder. And where was that fastball, Weaver? Over the outside portion of the plate. What else can I say?
The fastballs here in this game just not working out for Roswell late in counts. And the greats lead by 2 off of a couple absolutely drilled solo shots. The dude makes a nice catch on this one, gets it onto first in plenty of time for the first out.
Yeah, Alec has really found his timing. He's found his placement on those fastballs. BK just unfortunate to make the mistake of trying to challenge him. I think a lot of it has to do with the low early standing that Alec has experienced early in this season, and now that people are trying to challenge him, believing he's a weaker hitter, it's starting to work out in his favor now that he's timed it up.
Swinging and missing there, a little over-eager on that one was Alec. And that, with 2 outs, that will bring up Da Vinci. Taking that slider and dropping it was Fat Mike. Shades of McDiggins from last night. Ooh, brushing him off the plate there. Dangerous fastball. Gives him a 2-0 count. Good change up there. We'll see how long BK wants to stick with Roswell. And another fastball that Alec absolutely catches up to. It's into the gap. Despo's going to get it in pretty quickly. We'll see if Alec challenges for that third base. He will not. In fact, he just gets back for the double.
That's not the first time I've seen something like that happen with Alec on the base path either, where you kind of throw behind the runner and he decides to make the turn. He got a little lucky there. It looked like he was honestly out, but either way, he's got the runner on second here with 2 outs. Hits it hard to Arkerman over to first base, should end the inning. And yeah, solo shot, dagger in the heart of the base invaders. What do you think?
Hard contact after hard contact. It's relentless at this point against the fastball. We'll see how much longer before BK starts to switch in more breaking pitches. We'll see how much longer he even sticks with Roswell, whose stats are clearly starting to diminish. The opposite is true, however, of Newton, who is locked in. A couple of his stats higher than their default ratings, as this one is going to be the first out caught by Lincoln.
Yeah, BK's been finding those floaters over first or third base in this series so far. Unfortunate there that he's not able to try and get it into no man's land there. It's going to be big for him to try and find a way back into this ball games. Right now, I feel like 2 runs probably feels like a mountain.
Yeah, runs have not come easy for BK in the last 6 or 7 games or so. Plenty of time to find a groove, though, as Fat Mike steps in. Ooh, good fastball there from Newton. Ahead in the count. Got him to swing at that slider. It's going to trickle and roll fair. Lincoln takes it himself to the bag for the third out here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate break that ball manages to roll fair. He hits it right on the chalk. Here we are again with the 9-1-2 of the greats at the plate. Roswell still in this ball game. BK electing to try and stretch him out a little bit here.
Gonna try that up and in fastball here again. This time Columbus doesn't look for it. Now a changeup. Way ahead is Columbus. Roswell's 1-2 pitch is a good changeup. Grounded over to the dude who backhands it. Firm throw to first for the first out.
Yeah, getting Alex swinging early there. The changeup really has been the medicine for BK. If he's able to utilize it well and continue to try and find a way to get through this ballgame, as that pitch again just is not going where he wants it. Probably a little bit of desynchronization there due to the server, but
right.
He's got to utilize that changeup. The fastball has not been his friend in either of these games thus far.
Roswell, his mojo back to neutral, but he's facing the top of the greats order for the 3rd time as he gets Washington to pop this one up. Crumbles, collects it for the 2nd out. Stepping in 0 for 2 on the day is Hugh Hefner. Doesn't like that slider. Gonna try another fastball inside here. Hefner checks. An 0-2 pitch here, critical. Gets him to foul it off. The 0-2. Alex swings. He sends it into shallow right field. Crumbles barely has to move. He has it. A 1-2-3 inning, much needed there for the base invaders.
Yeah, nice job by BK to push that 2-seamer off the plate. He knows Alec is looking outside because you have to by now, the way he's been murdering those fastballs out there. Just gets him creeping a little bit outside off the plate and easy contact. Let's see if he's able to continue to do that. This is big now here for BK in the middle of this ball game to try and find a run or two.
Swinging a bit too early there on that curveball was Probes. Takes his time before the 1-2 pitch, which is a fastball that Probes puts a great swing on into the left center field gap. Washington dives, but he traps it. Probes going to try and get second here, and he does. Safe at second, a leadoff double. Huge there for Probes and the base invaders.
Yeah, absolutely. Well worth the risk to try and stretch it to second base there. George Washington does everything he can to try and make the play, but BK really nailed that ball, and I had a feeling it would end up in the gap one way or another. So, early base runner, early man in scoring position. Time for the base invaders to get a run. Let's see what he can do.
Not a whole lot of speed. Oh, that one is caught. Great play on the comebacker from Newton. You thought for a second maybe, actually I thought for sure it would trickle behind him into no man's land, but it doesn't.
Yeah, and that one hit hard as well.
Yeah, unfortunate there for BK. Great contact there, but it's right at Washington. And the leadoff double in danger of being stranded here. First pitch is in the dirt. Still locked in is Newton. Good pitch up and in there. Ooh, that fastball up in the zone. BK couldn't catch up. The 1-2. Swinging on the screwball out of the zone. Hendricks, he collects it over at second base. And despite the leadoff double, again, another jam crisis averted there for Alec.
Yeah, he's been doing it all night, just working himself out of jams. It's unfortunate that BK has been swinging at a few of those pitches, but he's unable to hold up on the trigger. It's important now that Roswell tries to get through the 6th inning and keep things where they are, because BK's only got, so many more outs to work with.
Roswell back out there for the 6th. Despite the diminished stats, he's going to get the first out of the inning here on a weak grounder over to the dude. Bringing up Muhammad Ali. First pitch is going to be a slider here. Ali doesn't like it. Well placed changeup here. Ali way ahead. We'll see what he does here on 0-2. Gonna go to a fastball, but with a little bit of movement this time. Ooh, good take there from Alec. Tries a similar pitch. Oh, Alec swings on it, but it's dropped by Fat Mike. Should have plenty of time to get it onto first, and he does for the second out.
Yeah, he gets his doppelganger, Muhammad Ali, pretty similar, but from a different side of the plate. No speed whatsoever, and Alec waving at a pitch. That's fortunate for BK here with 2 outs.
This one hit hard up the middle. Ackerman dives, gloves it. Firm throw to first. He got him. Great play. We've seen that a few times tonight from Ackerman, and that gets the base invaders back up to the plate.
Yeah, keeping it close, stealing hits away. That's just stopping innings from being extended, and that's been big in this ball game for BK. At 2-0, it's still very reachable for him. Let's see what he's able to accomplish in the late innings of this ball game.
Got him to reach low and away there, and he pokes it out to Da Vinci, who has it for the first out. Good pitch there from Alec, bringing up the dude. Always a threat, especially versus right-handers. .274 average for the dude. Swings at that screwball. He just gets under it. It's out to the center fielder, Armstrong, who has it. Quickly 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, it's a tough break for BK. Puts a decent swing on that ball. Doesn't get the hard contact that he wants. It was over the heart of the plate, and he had the timing, but it just wasn't quite there.
Now all or nothing. Batting with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. We're seeing more contact swings here from BK. Newton's pitch gets him to foul it off. We'll do the 2-2 one more time. Ooh, BK waits on that curveball perfectly. Sends it into right center. Armstrong will cut it off, but it's a 2-out knock for nothing.
Yeah, good job by BK to put a solid swing on that. Mickey Crumbles is a favorable looking hitter to have up here in this state of the ball game at 2-0. Let's see if BK is able to work the count, find a strike to hit, and get a run or 2 across. And he doesn't have a lot of speed to work with at first base, so it's going to have to be a gapper or a homer.
BK swinging and putting that one, it's a blooper into right field. Going to be back-to-back hits here with 2 outs. The tying run is on at first with some pretty decent speed, and now Fat Mike will bat as the go-ahead run.
Yeah, here he is. I feel like he might have a little bit of lightning in his rod today. Let's see. BK's electing to go with a pinch runner, perhaps?
Looking to put in laser beams. He's thinking about it. There are 2 outs, so it is a gamble.
Now base runner.
And he will do it.
Number
Putting a ton of speed in scoring position. Fat Mike at the plate. Doesn't swing at the first pitch screwball. Newton looking to keep this game scoreless. Fat Mike swings on that one. It is through the hole on the right side. Laser beams rounding third. Da Vinci's going to put the throw into third, surrendering the run. Base evaders on the board.
Great piece of baseball by BK to just push that through the hole there at second base. Find a way to get back into this ball game. Now we're here. Now there's a little bit of pressure on Alec. Let's see what Anal Probes is able to do.
Probes finding himself behind 0-2, but puts a good take on that slider. Tying run at second. Swinging on the screwball though is Probes. Hefner backhands it, has to throw to first, gets him by a couple steps. The New York Greats though surrendering those 3 straight 2-out knocks, and now they're only up by 1.
Yeah, BK again out hitting Alec in the latter portion of this ball game. Let's see if he's able to shut the door on Abe Lincoln and the following hitters. It looks like we might have... We got the defensive sub. Roswell still possibly on the mound. BK going to look at the lineup and possibly elect for bullpen here.
BK looking at the handedness of the upcoming hitters and electing to stick with Roswell actually. Maybe a gutsy move here.
He's done a fine enough job only giving up 2 solo shots in this ball game.
83 pitches now for the pitcher, Roswell. He finds himself behind 3-0. Alex swinging 3-0, hits it hard, but it's right at swipes, fortunately for BK. Still, oh no, now I believe he's going to his pen, and he will. It will be Billy Knife for the 2nd game in a row. And that will end the day for Roswell, who goes 6 1/3. And like you said, only gives up the 2 solo shots. Challenging him up and in. This is the most velocity Alec has seen in this game. And he got him 3 straight fastballs, I believe. Gets him swinging on 3 pitches.
Yeah, BK reaching back for the gas does a great job with Billy Knife there to keep Alec from really getting around on those. Let's see if he shortens up with Jimi Hendrix here. Important part of the ball game to try and find an insurance run.
Even count here at 1-1 on Hendricks. As you said, Alec looking for insurance. This one is going to be caught by the diving Crumbles. Makes a nice play there. Wasn't sure if he had to dive or not. Turns out he did, and he makes the play.
Yeah, either way, making the play doesn't matter how you do it if you get the 3rd out. We're moving into the top of the 8th. This is feeling sort of favorable for the base invaders if BK can just find strikes and get some runners on.
Theodore swipes, looking to get all that speed on base. This one is going to be dribbled over towards first base, but Newton makes a nice barehanded play to retire the speedy runner.
number 13.
BK looking perhaps to be a bit more patient, but as I say that, he swings at that first pitch low and in. Swing at that one as well. This one will be deflected by Newton over to Hendricks. Ackerman beats it out. It's a 1-out knock.
It could be a big break here for BK. Let's see what Giles Despo's over. He's well overdue, if you ask me, for a big hit.
Yeah, batting 189 in the 3 spot. Not what you wanted if you're BK. And right on cue, it's a line or a pop out to the shortstop. 2 outs now.
Yeah, just couldn't really hold up. Eager to swing at the first pitch. He's got to be patient. He's got to find strikes. Isaac Newton's deep into this game, but here comes Caesar again as I speak.
Isaac Newton done after 7 2/3. Shutdown reliever Caesar is going to surrender a hit out to left field. Washington dives, but it's off his glove. Runners elect not to advance. It's going to be another 2-out hit here. We'll see if BK can string another rally together like he did last inning with the dude.
Yeah, and the specialist on the board here diminishes the contact, but the power still at the dude's regular level. Let's see what BK can do with 2 outs.
Swinging there, it's dribbled down the line, but Lincoln grabs it in foul territory. Now an 0-2 pitch. Swinging and missing on 102, blew him away, did Julius Caesar. That's the 3rd out, and the Greats are 3 outs away from a sweep.
Yeah, more inherited runners for the greats, more jams, and more runners left on base. Alec is doing a great job here getting through this ball game, keeping it tight at 2-1.
Billy Knife back out there, looking to keep the game where it is. Another two-strike fastball. Alec can't catch up to this one at 102. He got him. That'll bring up Washington. Cut fastball there starts the count off at 0-1. Now a wild fastball here off the glove of Fat Mike. Alec doesn't swing. Alec not swinging on the changeup. Good take there. Now a 2-1. Check swinging is Alec. The 2-2 hits it the other way. The dude dives and he catches it before it can hit the dirt. What a play there from the dude.
Yeah, it's a great job by the dude to get down on that ball. 2 outs now. Big moment here for the base invaders. Got to keep this at 2-1. Get some swinging early on the changeup.
Yeah, locked in now is Billy Knife. Gets him to pop it up. Ackerman is going to have to range into center. Not too far. He makes the catch. And we go to the top of the ninth. Base invaders desperately hoping to scratch one across and stave off the sweep. The greats and Julius Caesar looking to close it out.
Yeah, Wanda Woman, the defensive replacement, I believe, for the pinch runner, now getting her first action, so this is important here.
She's going to hit this one. It is not over the head of Columbus. Caught on the leaping catch. Saves a leadoff single. Huge play there from Columbus.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Just stealing out there. BK just got to be heartbroken that ball doesn't get over his head.
Now behind in the count, 0-2 is Crumbles. Another fastball up out of the zone. Crumbles can't lay off. 1 to go here for the New York Greats to complete a much-needed sweep. BK gonna avoid the righty specialist here, putting in a pinch runner, Anson to Pants. Julius Caesar here looking for the save in back-to-back games. Only needs 1 more out. BK swings at the 1-1. It's deflected by Caesar into no man's land. Can he beat it out? He will. The game stays alive here in the ninth.
It's all on probes now. 308 on the season. No homers, no runs batted in.
Oh, that one right down the middle. BK just feeling like he kind of had to swing at it. And now Probes finds himself behind 0-2. Big pitch. Swinging at the screwball. He got him on 3 pitches. Probes strikes out. And that is a sweep, a much needed sweep for the New York Greats.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. This playoff race just got a little bit tighter. Alex climbing his way up the ladder. Shuts the door on BK in Game 1 and Game 2. Both one-run ball games, 3-2 and 2-1 respectively. BK out-hitting him, I believe, once again in this game. Just can't do enough to stop the solo shots from Alec. BK's getting a lot of hits. They're staying in the ballpark. Alec putting him in the seats when it matters.
Yeah, the 2 keys in this series, Alec with the 2-strike solo shots, and then BK, yes, he's out hitting, but he just wasn't able to cash in runs at the key moments. A testament to Alec, who did an excellent job of pitching out of those jams with his pitchers, Newton, Julius Caesar, and who started the first game? I should know. It's a famous person. Whoever it was, the 3 pitchers that Alec used today, all doing a tremendous job getting out of those jams.
Yeah, absolutely. Alec really shutting the door in a couple of really close ball games. He's now sitting in a pretty good position right behind Ted, someone that he split with, my correction earlier from the stream. And he's did a great job tonight coming out, hitting, like I said, the outside fastball when it mattered. His timing's looking good. He's doing a lot of aggressive baseball, and it's working out in a lot of scenarios for him. Going forward, who knows what Alec can accomplish. His schedule is a little bit uphill, though, so that's something you got to take into account.
Going forward, Dwayne, get this. BK, Alec, Ted Danson, all three tied for that final playoff spot. And only 3 weeks remaining. Not a lot of games left to be played. This is going to be nutty here coming down to the wire.
Yeah, it absolutely is. As they're outlining in chat right now, a three-way tie will result in one team being left out via the tiebreaker ruling in 11.2, which is seeding will be determined by head-to-head, followed by total season run differential. So that will come into play if there's a three-way tie, but not if there's a two-way tie. So the one-game playoff is still in play if there's a two-way tie. The third person would be left out on the conditions of 11.2. But either way, this is getting super tight, and we might have one of the most dramatic playoff hunts in XBL history. We haven't had a playoff that was not full inclusion since season 3. Right. So since season 4, 5, 6, and 7, everyone's been included. In season 8, we're dropping a few guys when playoffs start. So this is intense. This is about as big of a race as you could ever imagine. I can tell you one thing. It's bigger than a pennant race.
Yeah, no doubt about that. This is the best competition for your money in Super Mega Baseball that you can watch or participate in. But that's going to do it for us here on this Monday night. This was a bonus broadcast. We'll be back live again here in a few minutes. We're going to sort a few things out and get the weekly roundup to you guys. It's going to include power rankings for both leagues, AAA and XBL, and as well as the top 5 plays of the week, according to Dwayne and I. So stick around for that. We'll have an announcement in the Discord on exactly when that's going to start. And as far as action goes, we'll have more action next Sunday night. Matches TBD, so keep an eye out for that. And I've been Weaver. If we don't see you for weekly roundup, have a good night. And Dwayne, you want to sign us out for now?
Yeah, great games tonight. Weaver, great job on the call. Always appreciate being able to get to do this with you. Great games, like I said, from our participants. We have our roundup coming up. Stick around for that. Hang out in the lobby if you want to. Keep hanging out in the chat or just stop back in. Keep your eyes on the broadcast channel for when we drop the live link for that. Power rankings are coming out. And we'll have a little bit of standings to go over and top plays to go over. So exciting stuff on the plate still for this evening. And then, yeah, keep your eyes on league news, broadcast, everything for next week's match of the week. The playoff hunt's getting real. You want to reach your minimums, get your game scheduled with people that are tough to schedule with, and get yourself ready for the playoffs. With that, Weaver and I are going to sign off, and we'll see you guys in just a couple minutes. Have a great night.